Beep-boop, boppy, 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 beep-boop, boppity, bop, boopity, boppity, bop. Welcome back to the Peaks in 6th Grade podcast. I'm Angie.
I'm Catie.
There's Jayton.
Yes, my name
That's
is
Jayton.
Nico.
We got
Yeah,
Jayton on today.
I sound different. I'm a little sick, so I sound different.
Oh, Jayton, we get it.
Yeah, we
Just kidding. Jayton's not here today, so we have Nico on again because they got nothing better to do.
I'm sorry.
Jayton fans are very upset today, but life
know.
goes on.
It's not my fault.
So how has everyone been doing this week? What is up with you guys?
I've been pissing in the toilet.
Oh, that's new.
Angie got potty trained after 20 years.
After
her.
just trying so hard, it finally happened. I was using pee pads for a while, but I think I finally got it down now. So
we're proud of you.
Everyone's really impressed.
Yeah, it took me a long time. I mean, 20 years in the making.
You finally learned how to use a toilet.
I know.
So was this like a passion project for you, or?
It was almost just a little bit like a wake-up call. It just, I was getting made fun of a lot in grocery stores.
Because you would always be wearing diapers and it was noticeable.
And sometimes I'd forget to wear the diaper and then I'd go, oopsies.
Clean up on aisle me.
This is a really good intro to the podcast. Just so people kind of get a feel of what we do here.
This is a very realistic intro, though.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, what are some things going on in the world right now? Because I haven't been keeping up with anything at all.
A lot of bad things, but do we really want to discuss the bad things here on our comedy podcast?
No. I don't know what bad things are.
Yeah.
Here's what's going on in my life. I now work 6 days a week.
Well, that's fucked up.
At my job at Denny's. Because Nevada decided to go to 75% capacity.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Because it's people can now sit next to each other, but we can't fill up the restaurant. People can sit next to each other, booth to booth as they're eating, with their masks off as they're eating.
So there really is no difference between 75% and 100%.
The only difference is 2 tables. You can't seat everything. You can seat all but 2.
That's just not.
Oh, it's because that makes sense. Just 2.
It's very yeah. They decided to do this because vaccinations are happening a lot now. So a lot of people are vaccinated. But a lot of people don't want to get the vaccination, which has been fun for me at work. Because one of my coworkers loves to tell me conspiracy theories.
Oh, God.
Because we have this one regular who tells her conspiracy theories, and she believes them. Because I once saw her talking to this lady, and she's like, COVID was only made to control the human population, so the government creates the disease and then sells you the cure. And if you take the vaccination, you're actually gonna die. And then and she left, and I'm like, wow, can't believe you had to deal with that. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm learning a lot from her. She's really informative. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
It sounds like she gets her source from Facebook.com.
Yeah.
And then this DoorDash driver, I'm like, hey, who are you picking up for? He's like, I'm picking up for Robert or whatever. Dave, and he's like, good. He's like, have you been vaccinated yet? And I'm like, well, not yet, but I'm planning on it, eventually, when I can get, an appointment scheduled and all that. I'm not in a hurry right now. And he's like, don't get it. And I'm like, who are you? He's like, Jesus. If you get it, you're gonna die. They put poison, they're in 1 year, everyone who gets the vaccination will die because of it. And I'm like, well, what if I want to die in a year? Who are you to tell me I don't want to die in a year?
Yeah. Why are you just bringing up conversations to random people without considering the fact that maybe they want to be dead in a year, That's not up to you, sir.
Have you ever thought, before you spout your political opinions at your local Denny's host, maybe they won't agree with me.
Yeah.
But they're in a situation where they can't be rude to me. That's the thing that I think is so shitty about people who, especially lately, will tell their political opinions to their servers and their hosts. because we're not allowed to like be rude to you, or we could get in trouble.
Yeah, like, so you should be allowed to fucking yell at someone at the top of your lungs for bringing up a fucking vaccine conspiracy theory. Like, I should be able to fucking knock someone out.
I just said, I laughed and said, okay, and left. That was my response. He's like, if you get it, it's gonna kill you. And I'm like, okay, and left.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only proper response.
I feel like even that, according to customer service managers, is like thin ice. Like if they were to see you do that, they probably would have been like, should have been nicer to that customer.
Should have told him that his beliefs are real.
And everything he says is right, because we have to fucking do that for some reason.
The customer is always right, even when they're telling you that the COVID vaccine was made and to control human population and kill people and then give autism to kids.
Yeah, always right.
Yeah, my old job used to have like a lot of Trump supporters come in every Wednesday morning, like a whole slew of them. They'd fill up the Trump train is coming, choo choo.
Just a tour bus.
And the places, I don't know if this has got to be just like a Mormon thing, but they take customer service next, because like any Mormon place that I've been inside of or worked at, yeah, they're just like
in and out,
way too much customer service. But we had to be incredibly nice to these people because they were from the church, and we wanted the church people to like us because the church is very loyal to the places that they go. Now, most of the people there were either people of color or queer people.
Yeah.
And we would all just kind of, every Wednesday morning, we would all be like, everything is fine. We'll be fine.
Is it?
And then every Wednesday afternoon, everyone would be like, what slur did you get called today?
Oh, God.
And how much did you have to...
Oh, you cut out again.
Good.
One more time.
Nobody wants my...
Third time's a charm. Do it again.
My comedy.
Again. Listen, I have to edit this. No, just stop cutting out.
It's the Mormonism.
It's the Mormons. God. They're controlling us.
I knew it. I'm sure I'll edit that. I'm sure I'll edit that somehow.
That's what I get for working at a Cafe Zupas.
That really was your first
Now
mistake.
I pissed off God, didn't I?
Yep.
A little bit, yeah.
What can you do?
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know how people are so fucking stupid about vaccines or COVID in general. I mean, okay, even my mom. My mom is not a Trump supporter. I just want to get that out of the way. She's not a Trump supporter. My mom hates him, whatever. She's not conservative. She's pretty liberal. But when it comes to certain things, like vaccines, she's a little bit skeptical. And I don't know if it has something to... Are you vaccinated? Yes, I'm vaccinated. She's not, like, anti-vax. Like, I was vaccinated as a kid. But even, like, the flu shot, she's skeptical of. Like, I don't know. I think it might just be, like... She grew up in Bulgaria, and I just think modern medicine is not exactly that common, and shit like this is just not really something that's done often there. And when, like, the vaccine came out and everything, my mom... She doesn't really have conspiracy theories, but she's just really against it for some reason. And one thing she told me, she was like, there's probably people who have already died from the vaccine and they're just not telling anyone. And I'm like, you can just fucking Google that. Like, you can Google it and it'll be completely disproven. It's just people that'll just come to these conclusions, and it's like, you can just search. There's the internet, you can search it.
The DoorDash driver told me that everyone who took it is fine now, but they plan on killing you in a year with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how things work.
Like Joe Biden sitting in his office with a button that says "Kill all that got the vaccine."
There's microbots in?
Yeah, no, like the chum bucket hats in the SpongeBob movie where he was wearing it, and then Plankton pressed the button to like put the bucket on their head, and now they're little robots. It's like that, but killing you.
Yeah, that's how things work.
Also, kind of. It's not that she doesn't believe in it; it's that she's very wary of modern.
Are you vaccinated?
I am vaccinated.
Woo!
She's vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. It's just that she doesn't, because I don't think she understands what exactly a vaccine is. On the actual scale, like a vaccine is a thing that you take so you don't get sick. She gets that, but it's more of like how a vaccine works. She doesn't get.
Yeah.
So I think that she's kind of scared of it. She's like, well, why don't you just wait to see how it affects other people before you get it? And I'm like, oh, well, how long do you want me to wait? She's like, wait a year. And I was like, I can't wait a year.
Yeah.
That would be great, but I have a compromised lung and heart system.
Yeah.
I cannot wait a year.
Yeah. And it's just
I
like
feel
at
like-
that point you need to outweigh the risks of like it's much more of a risk to not be vaccinated and just to be consciously thinking of like, well, what if I fucking get COVID, than to just be like, get the vaccine and then be like, oh no, well, what if something just decides to happen in a year or something? It's like, it's way less risky.
To me, I think I would survive an allergy, like an allergic reaction to a medication. I think I would survive that better than I would survive COVID, because I have asthma and I have heart problems.
Yeah.
And I have severe allergies to the point where I have to take 2 different medications every night just to be able to like breathe normally during the day. And like my risks to each thing, like allergies, is way easier to manage. Not only because I like, it would probably be better because they could see me immediately, whereas I could have COVID and not know it
Exactly.
for a while.
Yeah.
Whereas an allergy would hit me almost immediately.
Yeah.
Are you guys like planning on getting it? Like, is it available to you guys?
I'm actually, Dave and I, like tomorrow you can like pre-register for it. So essentially you just register to get the vaccine. Did you guys
get the COVID pre-order yet?
Did you guys pre-order that new Moderna shit? No, but so you can it's literally like when you're eligible in your state, then you can get it. But we're not eligible, I think, until like the middle of April or something. So we're just gonna.
I'm pretty sure I would be eligible right now, but I'm not like in a hurry because I somehow feel like I can't get it. But I don't know if that's just me having like, I don't know what they would be called, but just like thinking, oh no, I can't get it. Like main character syndrome might be it, where it's like, oh, I can't get it, you know?
You're special. You're the chosen one.
Yeah.
No, but like not like that. But like I was with my boyfriend the day he got tested positive. I was with him that entire day. I lived in a house with 2 positive people. My friend Paula had it, and I hung out with her like the day before.
Have you gotten and you get tested often, right?
Very often. Not anymore, but I used to get tested very often for work.
Yeah, interesting. And it's like
I've
never
had it. Not even like the
antibodies?
Asymptomatic.
Oh, you're not even like, you don't even have the antibodies for it?
I don't know. I've never got antibody tested. I've just never had it before. But everyone I know, everyone I'm close to has had it.
That's so crazy. Because I'm like, maybe you're just asymptomatic and you've just like gotten lucky with your tests or something.
No, because even if I was asymptomatic, it would show positive.
It would show. I mean, like maybe all of the tests you took were false positives. Every single test.
Well, wouldn't it be false negatives?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Same.
Well,
same
what
thing.
do you mean? Positive, good. Positive, good.
Positive's good.
Positive is good. I'd like to get to a question.
Oh yeah, I'd love a good question.
So, on our Discord server, we were asked for some advice from one of our viewers that I'm very glad that Nico is here for, because Angie and I can't help you.
Oh.
Ossup in our Discord server says, I am gay and I would like to come out to my father. How should I go about it? I feel like asking 2 women in straight relationships are the best.
As a bisexual who has come out to this,
Okay.
I had 2 very different reactions depending on which parent I was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I definitely didn't. I don't think I came out at the right time in hindsight. Mainly because I was definitely unsafe, and for like 3 or 4 years I was forced back into the closet. So it was like I came out and then I was shoved back in.
I was there the first time you came out to your mom. Was our friend Catherine as like emotional support. I remember it going very terribly.
Yeah. Whereas like if I talked to my mother now and she's still a little hesitant. It's a big thing of like you have to know how safe it is for yourself, not only physically but mentally. Like to me, I was never in any physical danger. I mean, I was kind of threatened that I'd be kicked out, but she wasn't. I don't think she would ever kick me out. I never thought that she was serious. I think it was just more of an emotional response. But you need to know how safe you are. And if you're mentally unsafe or physically unsafe, it's really hard, but sometimes it's just better.
Yeah.
For
And
you
what
to
I
do
feel
it.
like what might be important is like knowing like maybe like your parents' like beliefs, like in general. Like if you like know like your father might be like against like or like homophobic, I would say wait or don't do it like for your own safety.
Yeah, it's
But
literally
if
the
like
reason,
if
like,
your parents are like known for like being like accepting, then I feel like it might be like safe and good. Or like maybe like bring up like have like maybe like discuss like some gay right issue with them and like
Yeah.
say like I have a friend who's gay and see how they respond to that. To kind of like test it out to see like what they would say without openly being like I am gay. What do you think, father?
yeah,
Because
because
it
that's
might be
like,
safer to bring it up like someone else is the person you're talking about.
that's exactly what happened to me when I had a really good friend who came out. And I remember, like, because my mom had met her a bunch of times. She was really close to me, and we hung out a lot. And I told my mom about it because I was really proud of her. And I was like, my friend just came out. It's, like, really cool. And then my mom was just like, you probably shouldn't hang out with her anymore. And I was like, interesting. And then she was like, you're not gay, right? I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm never going to tell my mom.
Sometimes you just don't know. And that can be really dangerous. Like, to me, I thought my dad would freak out and my mom would be fine. Because my mom is, like, very, very nice. But when I told my dad, he sounded like I told him I did the dishes. He was just like, all right. And I was like, Mom freaked out. And he's like, is that my business? Like, I don't care. Like, it's like, that seems like a you thing. And I was like, Dad, this is a huge step for me. And he's like, okay, are you pregnant? Like, did you get, like, do you have a child? And I'm like, no. And he's like, all right, do I have to pay? And I'm like, no. And he's like, then why are you telling me?
Do I have to pay a subscription?
But I think, like, implying that you are going to come out and that everything is safe for you and whatever, I think the best way to do it is very calmly. I would do it face to face in a serious, like, calm setting. Because I wouldn't, like, there's, like, some coming out where it's, like, very theatrical. Like, there's a lot of different kinds. You can be very jokey, you can be theatrical. But I think, to me at least, identity is so close and personal to me as a person that I would rather have something a little more serious. Just because I want to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a more serious, not like super serious, but a more like tame, calm conversation is better. I think you should probably think about what you're going to say beforehand because it can be highly emotional and you can panic halfway through and it's hard. But also have a plan of what you're going to do afterwards. Coming out can be incredibly draining, and so you should probably have people that you can talk to afterwards, whether it goes good or bad. It's going to be, you're going to like relieve some kind of either way, and you need to like find a way to have a balance, like good support system wise.
I think we gotta want to get into the comedy.
Yeah, we can get into the comedy.
That was the serious part of the show.
I think that was a good discussion. The comedy part of the show.
Yeah, we're funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nico, for sharing your experience. Since Angie and I could not help there,
we try our best.
I'm glad the 3 years of trauma are good for something. You know,
podcast. That's what podcasts are for. Trauma.
Yeah, sad things are just entertainment for others. You know?
Exactly. There we go. Now let's do a joke. You guys ever heard of the Muffin Man?
What about him?
Wasn't that song about a serial killer?
What?
I'm sorry, huh?
The Muffin Man?
It's about a serial killer?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
You guys don't know about the Druryland? He killed kids.
Oh.
What? This isn't comedy?
Oh, okay, yeah, well, no more Muffin Man. I didn't mean to sing the song. I didn't mean to bring that up.
Why are there so many kids, like, chants? I forgot the word. Like, nursery
He was he was the first serial killer of England. Like,
oh, no.
The first one.
Oh.
And that's what Drury Lane is. That's why he lives on.
Okay. Why are kids' nursery rhymes so fucked up?
Why is the song so happy? Why is the song like in such like?
So essentially, what happens is like the same way with like the ice cream song, parlor song.
The what song?
The Ice Cream Man song, like the
Ice Cream Man song.
The song that ice cream trucks play.
Oh, what about it?
It's like really racist.
Jesus Christ. And then there's also Ring Around the Rosies that's just about the fucking...
and then there's like the song about the baby in the tree and then the cradle falls.
Yeah, that one's also really
dark. The baby
dark.
falls out of the tree.
Yeah, what's up with that shit?
I think we should write a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, we should just write a really dark nursery rhyme.
I think the only one that's not super dark is Humpty Dumpty, because that's about a cannon.
That's dark too!
That is dark. He fucking died. Humpty Dumpty fucking died.
It's a cannon! Nobody actually died.
Humpty Dumpty was an egg. And now his head's cracked open?
Exactly.
But no one says that. They don't say anything. His head's cracked open. His head's all cracked open, and not like the yolk is just
draining. Jack and Jill went up the hill.
And then Jack had like a coma.
Yeah.
No, it was about the beheading of Marie Antoinette.
What? Wait,
he lost his crown. She went down with him.
Nico, why do you know so much about nursery rhymes? Where do you get your knowledge?
I don't answer that question.
Oh God.
I'm gonna write a nursery rhyme right now. A little baby, now the baby's dead. Little baby, there goes the baby's head. Little baby, little baby, little baby's gone.
Yeah,
take this out of context.
I got another one for you. Oh no, my husband's dead. Oh God. My husband's dead. Holy fucking shit. My husband's dead.
Well, it doesn't really seem like much of a song. Is Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars dark also?
The sky is dark.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
How I wonder what you are up upon a world, star.
See, that one's fine, right? That one's not dark.
Like a diamond in the sky.
Yeah, that one's fine. Unless stars referring to drugs.
Wasn't it like a Barney thing? Or was like something about shooting Barney, like Twinkle Little Star remakes?
It was something about shooting Barney with a gun.
Well, that's the I Love You.
Right, yeah. How does that shit go?
Twinkle Twinkle.
No, the Barney song.
My name's Barney.
It's me,
it's me, Barney.
How'd that Barney shit go?
I love you, you love me. Let's get together and kill Barney. Thank you, Smash Bucket and chat for that, reminding me.
I used to know all the words to that song.
There were so many songs, like as kids, about killing Barney.
There were. I don't know what was up with the collective hate towards Barney.
I think that's when kids started like having rage. And Barney was just so childish that they just latched onto. It's like, I hate this guy, and it's like,
he's pretty punchable.
Just a purple dinosaur.
Dude is just fucking chilling.
He's pretty punchable though. I could clock Barney. I could clock the fuck out.
What was your guys' version? Like the version of the song, because mine was about the 2x4. Mine was
mine was about a gun.
Like a shotgun?
Yeah, hold on, let me find it.
Oh, it was I hate you, you hate me. Let's go out and kill Barney. It was a baseball bat and a 4x4. No more purple dinosaur.
Yeah, and then the shotgun one was about like shooting him in the face.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
what
was
is
pretty
wrong
dark.
with kids? Kids are fucked up. Maybe this is why kids' stories are so fucked up. Because kids love that shit.
Mhm.
There's so many versions.
Yeah, because kids were creative.
Like, so many just violent songs about Barney.
Yeah, that's why I asked like which version was yours, because like
So many.
like so many versions of.
Maybe this is why like kids
Oh.
in the 1800s were singing about like the plague and chopping off Marie Antoinette's head.
Here's the one that I remember.
Barney is just modern day Marie Antoinette.
The one I remember is
Yeah.
I hate you, you hate me, let's get together and kill Barney with an M16, we'll shoot him in the head. Sorry kids, Barney's dead.
Oh, that one's good.
That one's really good. Yeah, really, really good
That
song.
one's good.
Did you
I
guys
like
wanna
how-
write
I like
your
how
own-
ours, the one with the 4x4 is like I love you, while yours is I hate you. I hate you and I hate Barney. Both of you could go die in a ditch. I hate you.
I know
It's
what
like,
I
oh.
like. What I like about I hate you, you hate me. Let's get together and kill Barney is like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and Barney is our mutual.
I mean,
enemy.
if you think about it, it's very deep lyrically.
for sure, it's like let's overcome our hatred and our differences to kill a common enemy.
With an
Barney the Purple
M16,
Dinosaur.
nonetheless.
Well, do you think that these two people end up killing each other, or do you
I
think that they just
I think
part ways?
they fall in love.
I think it's trauma bonding.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
trauma bonding, and they fall in love afterwards. It's like a Thelma and Louise situation, and then at the very end of the song, you see them drive off the cliff.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
No.
I think
So
it's
it's a
cute.
friends. It's an enemies to lovers story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Angst. All
Do you
right.
guys want to make your own nursery rhymes like I did? You guys got one?
Yeah, let's see if my creative juices are
I'm not a
working today.
lyrical person.
Okay,
I don't
we
wanna
can
make
try.
some.
Let's see what I could do here.
Here, let me think of another good one. What do kids like these days? Fortnite?
Hold on.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. My nephew's obsessed with Minecraft. at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, kids
He's
like
been obsessed-
Minecraft.
He's been obsessed with Minecraft since he was like 5. I want to say.
Minecraft. Ooh, Minecraft. Look out. It's mine. It's craft. What?
My nephew
can't
listens
think
to
of
like
it.
Minecraft parodies.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his music taste.
Yeah.
And he like loves watching Minecraft YouTubers. I
Who's his
don't know if he
favorite?
knows of the Dream SMP. I think that my nephew is definitely a Dream apologist. He would be.
I don't know if you guys were wondering, but I finished my nursery rhyme.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. Little star, one star. It goes, I am sitting in my room. I'm sitting on a tomb. They are dead. We are dead. And then I couldn't think of any more lines, so it just says, I see blood. I see blood.
I'm sorry. I'll raise you
I
guys
see
one.
blood in my head.
Have you guys ever like the hand? I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it, like the elevator 1, elevator 2 hand game.
Lemonade.
Yeah, those. Also,
Lemonade.
the jump rope.
Crunchy
Ones-
ice.
Yeah.
Those songs are dark as hell. There is a song.
Oh, God.
Okay, first of all, there's one of Cinderella where there are a bunch of snakes trying to eat her.
Yeah.
And also,
I know what
there's.
you're talking about.
Let me tell you a
Look it up.
story, because I don't think either of you would know what this is. So while you look that up, I'm
Because
gonna tell
you
you.
stupid, dumb, fucking women don't know.
Well,
shit.
no, because it's in Spanish.
No. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I don't
we
know
don't know
Spanish.
Spanish?
I don't know Spanish. Katie, you don't know
Neither.
Spanish.
But my mom taught me it, and this is what we used to play as a kid. But it tells the story of Lady Death and the devil, and
Oh.
they fall in love, and then the devil cheats on her,
Oh.
and then she gets like really depressed and pissed off, and then she goes and she stabs him with his own pitchfork.
Oh. That's a fun
But I
little
think it's
children's
really-
thing.
And the thing that I love about it is at the end, it like the word for pitchfork is the same word for fork, right? like silverware fork. And to me as a child, I didn't know pitchforks existed.
Yeah.
And so for like the majority of my life, I just never thought about it. Thought that she stabbed him to death with silverware.
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes sense. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and
totally.
that was something I was taught as like a child of just like, this is a story of a woman scorned stabbing a man to death for
with a
fun.
kitchen fork.
A lot of the jump rope songs are also about kissing, which
Yeah.
I don't really think about jump roping and kissing.
Yeah, you can't do those at the
same
same time. That's just not gonna work. It's just not
But here's the Cinderella one. I found it. Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went upstairs to kiss her fella, made a mistake and kissed a snake. How many doctors did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's just how many jumps you can do.
The kids at my school remade that and then made it that she fell down a flight of stairs and snakes were at the bottom to eat her.
Oh my god!
Oh, there we go.
It was a question of how many snakes pick away,
Nice.
like to stop from
Okay,
eating
wait.
her. Was how many jumps you could do.
Okay.
How do you kiss a snake on accident?
No. What if the snake was?
What if she did it on
her
purpose?
husband, and her husband cheated on her, and he's a snake?
Ah!
Oh,
What?
God. Oh.
What if it was two snakes in a trench
Man.
coat?
Man!
What if she kissed two snakes in a trench coat and she thought it was a person?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah, I've done that.
What if it was two snakes in a trench coat and it was looking to buy a car today?
I've done that. You know when you like you go out with this guy for a long time and then you find out he's snakes in a trench coat?
Really
Happened to me.
awkward.
And then you're
I've
like,
been watching
you're like,
BoJack, and that
Yeah,
just
I was gonna mention Vincent
yeah,
Adultman.
that's
work
immediately
at
what I
the business.
I'm going to the stock market today. Love him.
All you talk
Yeah.
about is business and work.
Were you guys good at jump rope?
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. I was fucking.
I'm also very good at hula hooping.
I wasn't.
like,
I was not
Extremely
good at
good.
jumping in, but if I could jump in, I could do it for a long time, but I have never been able to jump in. I have to like already be in.
Yeah, jumping in was always so it's like double dutch. What I hated about double dutch is if your partner fucked up, you also fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't trust like that, you know? I can't put my face.
I don't trust
I don't
like that.
trust like that. Open that button. Open that button.
I don't trust like that.
Yeah, it's hard.
But like, I won my 3rd grade hula hoop competition, and that was my
Whoa!
biggest flex
Wow.
for years.
We get
For a
it,
couple
Catie.
years, that was my biggest flex.
Wow.
Like, I was known for being
Wait.
like a hula hooper.
Did you say 5th
But no.
grade or 3rd grade?
I said 3rd grade.
Okay. Just making sure.
But like in the 5th grade, I was able to do like 10 hula hoops at once for at least 30 seconds.
I can't even do one hula hoop at once for maybe
I
like
was
10
I
seconds.
could like
That's all I could do.
I should honestly get hula hoop is such good workout. I should
Yeah.
go do that again. But like
So
I
is
feel
jump
like I
rope.
feel
Either of you have hula
So is
hooped
jump-
or jump roped.
I
I've
haven't
jump roped
done it in so
recently.
long. What?
I've jump
Really?
roped recently. Yeah, my mom has
Oh.
one. So the last time I
Oh.
visited home, I was like in the backyard and I was like, "Ooh, fun!" And then I did it for 10 seconds. I was like, "That's enough."
I wanted to jump rope so badly, but the only jump ropes that we had in the house was like I wanted to jump rope all the time because I had problems. But I would just like during recess I would stand there and I just jump rope for an hour
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I would just get focused and then I'd just be there for an hour. My dad had a jump rope because my dad is like a gym rat, so he would work out at home and things like that. But he like still works out all the time. It freaks me out. But he had a jump rope, and my dad is pretty tall, so he had a jump rope that was made for like men.
Yeah, like it was super
And
long.
I, as a small child,
Yes.
could not use that.
Yeah.
But I took like a rubber jump rope because he had two. He had one that was like a rope, like proper rope, and then he had another one that was like. I took the rubber ones and I would tie it to make it shorter.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the thing about that is that the handles were out, and I once like swung it, and I hit my brother straight in the face that was standing behind
Jump
me.
ropes are weapons, and we don't talk
oh,
about
for
this.
sure.
You could kill a man with a jump rope.
You
if tried
could.
it.
You could kill yourself with a jump rope on accident.
Hey,
On accident, they're dangerous.
On
I'm not
accident.
giving anyone
You
any
just get caught up.
ideas. Yeah, like
Well,
you
yeah,
could
you
trip.
fall. You just fall.
Okay.
Right on your
I don't know if
face.
it's like a universal thing, but like whenever I think of like jump ropes or hula hoops, aside from like elementary school, like when like because it's such like an elementary school thing, when it was like brought back to you in middle school, you were like, oh, I don't want to jump rope, that's baby stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sucks how like fun things you're like, oh, I enjoy doing this as a kid, but then like in middle school it becomes lame and you're like
Yeah, I
made fun
know.
of for doing it. Because like I remember like in like my 8th grade or 7th grade, like we had like a jump rope day where like it was like a jump, like there was like 10 rope activities that you could do. Like people were like, if you're like good at it, they're like, why are you so good at this? This is like, I'm like, this is just a lazy day for me. Why are you actually trying on this?
Because it's fun.
Because I'm having a good time jump roping,
Yeah.
Stephanie. I didn't know anyone named Stephanie.
I think that's a big thing. I think that can apply to most things as a child. Whereas
Yeah.
a child, you love like very, and then like middle, school, early high school, you like are like, no, that's baby stuff. I don't want to do that.
I
It's
remember.
gross and baby.
But then the
I'm an
cycle
adult.
starts over, and then when you're in your 20s, you're like, wait, I love that shit again.
Like,
I
have 2 really good examples of this, but you can go on.
For me, it was I really liked like fruit snacks. It's like food things. Like I really liked like kids' food.
Yeah.
But I ate them as a kid, and so when I was in middle school, I was like, I'm too old for that. And it's like, it's food.
Yeah.
All right, who are you impressing? You get bullied every day. Sound like.
I remember being in like the 5th grade, and that's when I started collecting Monster High dolls, but I kept it a secret from everybody, except for Angie.
Not from everybody.
And the internet. But like I was so embarrassed. Like if anyone like found like that I had dolls, I'm like, I thought they'd make fun of me for being 10 years old and still playing with dolls. I was 10.
Yeah.
That's the age demographic.
That's like
but now
the
here I am,
age.
age 20. I'm like, here's my Monster High doll collection, everybody. Look at it. And same thing was like scooters. We're like having a scooter when like in elementary school was so cool. Like, well, look at that guy has a scooter. But if you scooter to school in high school, you'd get like picked on and someone would probably throw your scooter into like a gutter. But then in college you see someone riding around on a scooter and you're like, wow, that man is so smart.
Yeah, exactly. It
bringing
really is like a cycle.
So intelligent. And a scooter, it's like a bike but small. Like that's smart as shit.
That man
dude.
knows some shit. For
Middle
real.
school literally did not let you have any interests. You could not have any fucking
Dude,
interests.
you would get made fun of for everything, unless it was like drugs.
Yeah.
And then like you'd have to fake it because who's giving a middle schooler drugs?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, my middle school was a fucking cesspool of weed and just like people having sex in the school. Anyway, we can get into that later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah.
Oh, was I just sheltered from this? Because I don't remember anyone from my middle school.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember one time in 7th grade, I was walking up the stairs to go to school, and there was a condom on the stairs. In 7th grade.
I feel like you've told this story before.
Yeah, and then there was like this girl that I knew in elementary school and in middle school, and she was like in middle school is when she started smoking weed. And then like a year after we left middle school, like she was in 9th grade, she got expelled for selling weed to middle schoolers.
Nice.
At the middle school that we went to.
Could you imagine going to jail and them asking you, hey, what do you in for? I saw weed to kids. It's like,
I saw weed to 14-year-olds.
Or younger, because middle school
yeah.
is younger.
Yeah,
It was
it's like
11 to 14.
11, 14, yeah. Jesus Christ, imagine selling weed to an 11-year-old as like a 16-year-old.
Here's my thing, is I'm really glad that my nieces are kids.
Mm.
They act like kids, and they are kids. Like, my niece just recently stopped, like, bringing dolls around. Which is, like, kind of a late age, because she's 10 now. Or she's 9 now, but she's about to be
Having dolls at age 10 is nothing to laugh at.
like, she would carry them around, is what I'm
nothing
saying.
to make fun of.
Like, she would take them with her everywhere?
Yeah, because she liked them, and she wanted
Okay,
to be able to
that's
play with
different.
them in other places.
Right.
She just recently stopped doing that, which I guess is kind of a late, but honestly, I'd rather her do things at a later age than grow up way too fast.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like JoJo Siwa, iconic role model for children. Love her.
She loves JoJo Siwa.
Good.
She loved JoJo Siwa so much. And she like dresses like a kid. Like she wears like the kind of goofy looking shirts and like the colorful tights or like the colored jeans or whatever. And it's I would much rather her do that than be like, I'm so cool.
Right.
I'm gonna dress like I'm 35.
That's like, how I was in middle school.
5-year-olds dress like fucking like
a blazer and
pantsuits.
Yeah. Honestly, if I could see a kid, if I saw a suit that looks like it was like a pantsuit, like it looks like it was made for a, I'd be kind of intimidated. I'd be like, damn,
definitely be intimidated.
That kid has their life together.
Yeah.
That kid has a 9 to 5.
I will never understand ever how I never got made fun of in middle school. I will never comprehend that.
Me neither. I mean, like, I don't understand why you didn't get made fun of in middle school.
Yeah, no, me walking around was like, I used to draw on my arms in like Sharpies. Like I used to one day I spent my entire science class like tracing my veins with rainbow colors.
Oh, but a lot of kids did that.
Not in middle school. At least not that I knew. Like even my friends thought it was kind of weird. Like I used to write quotes on my arm like they were tattoos.
To be fair, one of my friends was that bit everybody. Alyssa would bite everybody, and she was our friend. Are we really going to question why we weren't bullied? There was just too many of us to all be bullied at once.
There was a girl, I don't know why I'm remembering this now, but there was a girl I was friends with who never brushed her hair, and she would name the knots in her hair. And I don't know.
Talking about me until that.
No. And I don't know why I remember this so vividly, but I remember one time we were just like walking to our art class. This was 5th grade. And out of nowhere, she comes up behind me and she taps me on the shoulder and she picks up like one of her knots and points to it and goes, "He's named Oscar." And I was like, okay.
How did you track?
This is Harold and this is Harriet.
Dude, I don't know why I remember the name Oscar so vividly, but I remember her coming up to me and being like, and that's just stuck with me all these years.
I once got bullied by my teacher because I wouldn't brush my hair as a kid.
Oh my god.
Because I have really, my hair used to be a lot curlier as a kid, so it would get knotted really fast, especially when I'm like an 8-year-old who's not good at brushing their hair or taking care of themselves. So my hair would kind of be like knotted unless my mom was like hours like brushing the shit out because it would get so bad. But I once had a teacher like be like, we're gonna have like a really nice like fancy party. Catie, can you please brush your hair or I'm not gonna let you into the party?
God.
And I'm like, my hair is just naturally like this. She's like, no, you need to brush your hair.
Jesus Christ.
Which honestly, I get it, but you could have said it nicer.
You don't have to say that in front of other people.
Speaking of fucking teachers being bullies, some traumatic experience I had in the fucking 6th grade was I was in my, I don't know if I've told the story on the podcast.
That's the name of the podcast, Trauma in the 6th grade, right?
In my math class, this was like, you know, I had hit puberty, stuff was going on in my body, I didn't know how bras worked, right? And I was wearing a bra that clipped in the front, and I guess I didn't do it the right way, and so in the middle of class, it came undone. In my 6th grade math class, so I had to panic adjust it, and I was trying to do it in class, and my teacher went, "Angelina, what are you doing?" And I was like, in the middle, and everyone stared at me, and I was like, nothing. And then she was like, "Can you stop doing that? It's really distracting." And I was like, "What? Like, leave me alone." Like, I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Dude, and teachers are such dicks sometimes.
Yeah, they really are. She was like, and then everyone was staring at me as I'm a fucking 12-year-old grabbing onto my tits for dear life. I was like, I was like about to cry. It was just like, why are some teachers so annoying?
I had a similar experience, except I was much younger, and also I was a very blunt kid. I didn't socialize very much outside of my own, because they were always working, so I always just stayed inside. And so I was a very blunt child. So when I was asked a question, I would answer it very bluntly.
You did weed?
Yeah, as a kid.
Shit. Damn, that's crazy.
I was high all the time as a kid. That 16-year-old was selling to me. But my shirt, I had come to shirt. My shirt was inside out when I came to school. Not inside out. It was backwards when I came to school. And I only realized halfway through because the design on it was big, but I realized because it felt weird. And so in the middle of class, I kind of just stuck my arms into my shirt and twisted the shirt. So it's not like I was taking off my shirt. But my teacher was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "My shirt is backwards." And she's like, "You don't do that." And I said, "Well, I already used my bath pass for the day." And then she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, I can't go to the bathroom."
Fucked up bathroom passes are.
Yeah, really.
Bathroom passes, because I used to have a teacher who, like, she gave you 2 bathroom passes for the semester.
What?
And she'd be like, for the semester, and she'd be like, if you needed to, you could borrow it from a friend, like take one of theirs.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like, who would offer it up? But if you didn't go to the bathroom and you kept both those passes, you would get extra credit for not pissing during class.
For not feeling human feelings.
Hey, if you get a UTI, if you get a fucking UTI, I'm giving you an A+ for the semester. So,
yeah.
And I just so fucked up, like how, like, it's like, hey, I need to go to the bathroom, and it's like, no. How do people not piss their pants more?
Dude, fucking give everyone a diaper. 2021, give everyone a diaper who's in middle school or high school.
Normalized diapers.
Diapers 2021.
Wouldn't teachers would be like, go between periods? It's like, you mean the 5 minutes I have?
And, like, sometimes I would try to go to the bathroom before class, and it'd be like the line would be out the door. And
Literally.
Like, I don't have for this.
Or it's like, why didn't you go at lunch? I didn't have to pee, bitch. I didn't have to pee then. Stop.
I don't piss like a man.
I'm not a monkey. What do you want me to do?
And it was just like, and like girls who would like get like people who would get their periods. It's like, hey, I'm kind of go to the bathroom more than twice a semester.
Yeah, like I'm literally bleeding through like 10 layers of things right now. Can I please go? No.
And they would like be like, why are you bringing your backpack? Why are you bringing your backpack?
Yes,
to the bathroom?
dude. Oh my god, I got that like more than once. Where teachers are like, you can't bring that with you to the bathroom. I was like, oh, but why?
Do in the bathroom with my backpack? Do my homework in there? What's wrong with me bringing my backpack?
Drugs.
I got drugs in there.
Ditch, but like if people are gonna want to ditch, they're gonna do they're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. I just come out to pee. I'll ditch my bag if I want to leave so bad. I'll have my friend pick it up.
Speaking of ditching, did you guys ever ditch class?
Yeah.
A few times. I used to ditch lunch sometimes. Because we had like a rule where like you couldn't like go, like you couldn't leave school to get food, even though we had like a bunch of food places right next to our school. So I used to leave lunch a lot, like sneak out during lunch and go to like get like an acai bowl and then come back and like try to like sneak back in without anyone noticing. I've gotten in trouble like twice for that, but like you know,
kids would do that. Wasn't allowed at LVA, but there was, since it was in downtown, there were lots of like there was this big donut shop right next to the school, and like kids at my school, kids at LVA were obsessed with it, and so like you weren't allowed to leave at lunchtime, but people would do it anyway, and they would come back and bring donuts like for everyone, and no one would ever get in trouble for it.
Yeah. But I never got like in trouble. I just had like the home, or like not the homeowner, but like the guy who like stands outside of my school be like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, leaving. Fuck you.
Like, if you're gonna sneak back in and they're like, hey, go back to class, and it's like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Like, if I get stopped, like, hey, you're the one stopping me from going back to class.
I've ditched, but I didn't ditch like to go home.
Yes, same thing. I would stay in the nurse's office or in the bathroom for an entire period.
I would go to the art room, and because we had an art closet, so there was just like a closet that was pretty big because it had everyone's like cubbies in it for their projects, and so I just be in there, and then like the art teacher would come in and he'd be like, aren't you supposed to be in class? And I'd be like, no, and he'd be like, you want to talk about communism? And I'd be like, yeah.
That's why I fucking love art teachers.
I used to have a photography teacher who used to like harbor in kids who didn't want to go to class. I'd be like, oh, I have a math test next period that I didn't study for. He's like, then don't go. You can just hang out here. Like, I could just write a pass saying you had something important to do in this class, so you couldn't like leave. And I'll be like, all right, yeah, thank you.
All the art teachers would just sign anything.
Mm-hmm.
I love art teachers.
That said, every day after this one class, halfway through, I had to come back to the because it was like I failed like the first semester of the second semester of biology because I was severely depressed. So I failed, and so I had to redo it for a science credit because I was not going to take physics because I'm not that good.
No.
Especially at the end of the day where I'm like exhausted.
Yeah.
So I would take biology at the end of the day, but it's like super easy because it's for freshmen and I was a senior. So I'd be like, okay. And then I'd have to sit there for like 40 minutes doing nothing. Because the teacher was like, you can't use your phone, but also you can't leave. And it's like, okay, well, I'm done. So, and then he would get annoyed when I'd pull out like the art pass. And he'd be like, I guess you can leave. And it's like, why are you I have 100% in your class because it's easy. Why are you keeping me here? Yeah. I'm not doing anything.
You're just sitting there.
Because I couldn't sleep because the class was so loud. So I would literally just sit there and stare at the wall. I don't know what he was so mad about, but he was mad every single time. And I'm like, I don't know what you want from me, man.
I think this is the perfect advice for anyone who's still in high school listening to us. Become friends with the art teachers.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be set.
Become friends with any cool teacher. Because there was also a history teacher.
You cut out.
There was a history teacher.
You cut out again. My photography teacher was this like very flamboyant gay man who was very open about how he was voting for Hillary Clinton in 2016, would wear leggings every single day, and would always like kind of be hungover, so he didn't really care what anyone did. He was just like, your art is really good. I'm gonna title your pieces for you. And then he'd like look at a picture and be like, communism's bad. Next picture. I'd be like, all right. And he once got drunk on a field trip and like called a bunch of kids into a room and be like, all right. The other supervisor is a bitch. Don't listen to her. I think you guys need some life advice. And we're like, all right, yeah, go ahead. We're going to get in trouble for this when we get back to school, but go on.
Nice.
Oh,
that same teacher would go into the art room to talk about his clubbing.
His what?
Clubbing?
Oh, yeah, that's very him.
Every lunch, he would come in there and he'd be like, let me tell you about what happened at the club. And okay, we're 14, but...
God, what an icon. Absolutely. Especially, like, just become friends with your cool teachers.
Yeah.
I once had a teacher who used to have what are those called? I don't know what those are called. He used to have a fat head of his own head on the wall.
Oh, yeah! And also a donkey. He had a donkey pinata.
Yeah. So just like...
That he almost killed a kid with.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I want a fat head of my own head in my room. I
Just
think it'd be
one.
funny. He got in trouble with the school for having it, so he had to take it down. A bunch of kids were like, can we have it? He's like, maybe.
And then he never gave it to anyone, the jerk.
Yeah, and he moved to Florida. Sure.
Who would move to Florida? That's really weird.
Yeah.
I would never
Only
do
a
that.
stupid, dumb, poopy idiot would do that.
Yeah, I would never move there. That place sucks.
Who would move to a guy?
Speaking of Florida, there was a tornado warning here like a few days ago.
Okay.
And coming from someone who lived in a desert with lots of hills her whole life, that was weird. And I panicked because it was like, Florida? A tornado in Florida?
Yeah.
Is that common? Does that happen? Because it's like, it's not like there's like, if there's
You
a
guys have, like,
tornado.
Sharknadoes?
Yeah, all the time. We get them.
That seems more like a Florida thing.
Yeah, that's
but
definitely
alligators.
Gator
Actually,
tornadoes.
I don't know if Angie's told anyone, but Angie is in the news. It's a documentary.
Isn't the Sharknado? Good for her.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really understand global disasters. Why does the Earth do that?
I don't know. It's really
Like,
fucked
why?
up.
Yeah,
It should
for
just
fun.
stop.
For fun? Like,
It's really fucked.
like I've never experienced any. No earthquakes, no tornadoes, no, I don't know, killer
Hurricanes?
zombies. Yeah, hurricanes. I don't know what
Killer
that is.
zombies,
Yeah,
hurricanes,
those
same
killer
thing.
zombies. Those are the most.
Those are
Whatever
the
to do with
worst.
any like disaster. Like it gets hot sometimes.
Yeah.
I had cicadas. There was like a
Drought.
month when there was a month where cicadas just infested everything.
Mm-hmm.
Were you in Nevada for that? Or
No, but I
Angie?
remember seeing stuff about it.
Like my car would just be covered in cicadas, and
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, this is it. This is good.
This is
It's not like
fun.
they're gonna hurt me. It's not like they're like wasps. They're just
every-
cicadas.
Summer is like an extreme drought warning, and it's like, all right,
And
I guess we just won't
what
drink
about
water.
it?
We just
What
don't
about-
have water. It's like, all
It'll be
right.
fine. Who needs
You
it?
get like, if you water your lawn on certain days, you get fined, and it's like, okay, and I just don't. I won't have a.
Just
Lawns
piss on
are
the lawn.
Stupid.
Just piss
Lawns
on
are
it.
stupid.
Yeah,
Lawns
they
are
are.
so
Lawns are
dumb.
dumb and ugly. I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like simply instead, maybe have like a fun little rock garden. I think those are fun.
Yeah.
I don't like grass. It serves no purpose.
None. at
It
all.
doesn't. Weren't we talking
And
about
we
this on the
spent
last
so-
episode? It's just like
Not the last,
so,
but definitely recent.
Yeah, it's just so fucking unnecessary.
But lawns, like grass lawns, was originated from like the monarch of France, like the monarchy of France, and like the rich people had them because they take so much upkeep, and they
Right.
had like the money and the time to do all that, and so that's why it's all associated with. That's like why like when people got enough like money or like being able to do things, having lawns was like a big thing because it was a show of class.
Funky.
Same idea with like spices
Mm-hmm.
and meats and stuff. Like when people gained though, that's why there's so many like weird ass is because these poor people just like had this stuff for the first time, and they didn't know how to make anything because the rich people didn't give them recipes. Like there was no
Right.
cookbooks. That they just threw stuff together to figure it out
Yeah.
just for fun.
for
It's kind of like
funsies.
playing Webkins when you just kind of put random items in an oven and see what
It's
happens.
exactly
Yeah.
like playing Webkins.
And sometimes you just
Uh-huh.
get slop.
Yeah.
A weird goop.
Just green goo. Mmm.
And I'd be like, all right, I guess this is what we're eating tonight, boys. Green goo.
Yum.
I think we've been recording for an hour and 40 minutes, and 30 of that was our other thing. Jayton is still not awake, for those curious.
Oh.
Oh, Jayton.
Yep. And if he is, he's just not replying to my text message. So I think we're done here.
We are
Oh, no,
done.
Jayton's awake.
Oh,
He woke up 2 minutes ago.
well.
Well, the podcast is over.
I'm probably going to bed soon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's valid. I'm gonna stream on my Twitch later.
Okay.
I'm just
Wow.
Jackbox.
Any last words?
Nursery rhymes are fucked up, and grass is a social construct.
Big boobs.
And with that, I wish you a good night. Amen.
And a happy new year.
Bye.